Hi students, today we will discuss about biomolecules 12th standard. Biomolecules 12th standard. 12th standard biomolecules. Okay. So what is biomolecule? So molecules which are present in living organisms. Molecules which are present in living organisms. Living organisms is called biomolecules. So this is for board exam 8 marks chapter, I think. So biomolecules which are present in living organisms is called biomolecules. That biomolecules are, first one is carbohydrates. Second one is proteins or amino acids. Proteins, amino acids. Third one, nucleic acids. Fourth one, vitamins and hormones, enzymes like vitamins. Fifth one, hormones. Sixth one, enzymes. So these are the biomolecules which are present in living organisms. Biomolecules. So here we should learn about carbohydrates, proteins, amino acids, nucleic acids one by one. So first one is carbohydrates. Here it is there in name only. Carbo means carbon, hydrate means OH. So C and OH present in compound, that we will call carbohydrate. No, we didn't call like that. Some characters we want to carbohydrate. Optically active. Polyhydroxy. Polyhydroxyaldehyde. Optically active polyhydroxyaldehydes are ketones. Aldehydes are ketones and their derivatives. Aldehydes, ketones and their derivatives. And their derivatives. And the derivatives are called carbohydrates. So formula of carbohydrates CnH2ON. So here instead of N we will take 1, means C1H2ON. H2ON means here also 1. That means C1H2 HC HCHO will come. So oxygen also 1, here 1 no, oxygen 1, hydrogens 2, carbon 1, HCHO. This one formaldehyde. So it is now carbohydrate. Carbohydrate means HC, C and OH present, or this formula will satisfied means that is carbohydrate, but it is satisfied that formula, but it is not carbohydrate, it is formaldehyde. One more we will take, instead of N we will take 2 means C2H2O2. Now it is which formula? It is comes for CH3COOH acetic acid. CH3 means carbons 2 is there, CH3C, hydrogens 4 is there, oxygens 2 is there. So even also it is not a carbohydrate. It is not a carbohydrate. This formula will satisfied also it is not carbohydrate. Carbohydrate definition what? Optically active polyhydroxyaldehydes and ketones. Aldehyde, polyhydroxy, here only one hydroxide, here also only one hydroxide. We want polyhydroxy. Ketones or aldehydes are their derivatives are called carbohydrates. So it is available in free state or combined state, that is hemiacetal or hemiketal. Hemiacetal or hemiketals are called carbohydrates. Hemiacetal. What is hemiacetal? If you know aldehyde ketone chapter, then you can understand. Hemiacetal and hemiketal are called carbohydrates. Hemiacetal or hemiketal are called carbohydrates. Okay, next classification based on classification of carbohydrates. Classification of carbohydrates. Classification of carbohydrates. So here based on hydrolysis, 3 types is there. So based on hydrolysis, second one based on reducing ability, based on reducing ability, third one based on solubility, based on solubility. So like 3 different types is there. So in this 3 different types, first based on hydrolysis. So based on hydrolysis we have 3 types, that is monosaccharides and oligosaccharides. Saccaro means, it is Latin word, saccaro means sugar. Monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. This is 3 types based on hydrolysis. 3 types. So monosaccharides means what? Monosaccharide means it is containing keto or keto group or aldehyde group. It is containing we will call that is what? Aldose. We will call what? AL, aldose. Some names is there based on, if it is ketone or aldehyde, we will call that is aldehydes are called aldose, ketones are called ketose. ketos, aldose, like we will call monosaccharides. That names I will give. First of all, monosaccharide means it cannot divided into further simpler units. Mono means single unit. It cannot divided into further when dissolved in water. It cannot be divided into simpler substances. That is called monosaccharide. Monosaccharide comes from polysaccharides only, but which is cannot be hydrolyzed to simple compounds is called monosaccharide. So simple compound is called monosaccharide. Simple compound are called monosaccharide. So now monosaccharide names I will give. If carbon number if carbon number 3, from 3 onwards we will start. Carbon number 3 term is, one term we are using, that is triose. Triose. If it is aldehyde, aldehyde, aldotriose, aldotriose. If it is ketone, functional group is there, mean keto triose, like we will call. If carbon number 4 tetrose, tetrose, aldotetrose. If it is aldehyde, aldotetrose. Ketone means keto tetrose, like we will call. C5 pentose, aldopentose, aldopentose, keto pentose. If C6 hexose, aldehyde means aldo hexose, keto hexose, like will come. Heptose, octose, like names will come. Okay, this is about monosaccharide. Monosaccharide which cannot be divided into further simpler substances on dissolving in water, on hydrolysis of water, that is monosaccharide. Okay. Monosaccharides. Now monosaccharide example also we want to know. Glucose, example of monosaccharide, glucose and fructose and galactose. Glucose, fructose, galactose. So if carbon number 3 means the term is triose, it is aldehyde functional group is there, means that is aldose, ketose. This and all names, nomenclature. If carbon number increases, names like will become. If it is glucose have 6 carbons, no, hexose, like we will call. Okay, so it is monosaccharide which is have single unit, cannot be further divided into simpler substances. It is aldose and ketose names is there for them, so that names also we wrote here. So this is about monosaccharides, preparation of glucose, preparation of fructose and chemical reactions, that and all we will discuss. Now oligosaccharides means what, I will give some clarity. Now oligosaccharides, oligosaccharide also one of the second one only, no, in based on hydrolysis we will get 3, that is monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, polysaccharide. Oligosaccharides means what? So oligosaccharides on hydrolysis 2 to 10 monosaccharide units will be formed. 2 to 10 monosaccharides units will formed. When on hydrolysis of oligosaccharides, we will get 2 to 10 monosaccharide units. That means monosaccharide at 2 to 10 will join, means we will get oligosaccharide, no? So that means this one on hydrolysis we will get 2 to 10 monosaccharide units, simpler units. They are further classified into disaccharide. If 2 means disaccharide and trisaccharide. Disaccharide and trisaccharide and polysaccharide also. And polysaccharide means already is there in third point, that only. This is a second classification based on hydrolysis, monosaccharide and oligosaccharide. Polysaccharide is third one, no? Polysaccharide, right, sir. So this one also we will discuss. This is 2 to 10 monosaccharides will come. In that names is disaccharide, trisaccharides will be formed. Okay. Next example, it is depend on the number of monosaccharide only. We will call it is depends on number of monosaccharide. Here monosaccharides 2 is there, that's why it is disaccharide. Monosaccharides 3 is there, that's why this is a tri. Like so here now it is monosaccharide. If 2 monosaccharide obtained by the hydrolysis, that is disaccharide. Maybe that disaccharide is same or different. Example, you know, glucose and fructose are same formula. Like it will be same or different. Example of oligosaccharide, sucrose and maltose. Example of disaccharide, oligo only, two compounds is there. Here also two, like will be there. Lactose, maltose, sucrose, lactose. Example of oligosaccharide. In that also disaccharide examples, these three. Okay, next sucrose on hydrolysis. What happens? Sucrose on hydrolysis we will get glucose and fructose. Glucose and fructose both we will get. Both are same. But maltose gives 2 molecules of glucose. Glucose and fructose, 2 names is there for this one. But maltose gives 2 glucose units only. Same glucose, alpha D glucose, beta D glucose, like I will tell after. So maltose will give 2 glucose units. Sucrose will give, one is sucrose, other one is fructose. This is about oligosaccharide. Now polysaccharide means more than on hydrolysis more than, that means greater than 10 or more than 10, that is oligosaccharides what 2 to 10 monosaccharides. Here more than 10 monosaccharides will formed on hydrolysis. On hydrolysis more than 10 monosaccharides will come. So is called polysaccharide. Polysaccharides. Example of polysaccharide what? Polysaccharide example, starch, cellulose and glycogen. Starch, cellulose, glycogen. These 3 example for polysaccharides. Okay, based on solubility. Now based on second classification, based on solubility. So based on solubility, how can you separate sugars and non-sugars? Sugars one thing, second one is non-sugars. What is sugars? Both monosaccharide and oligosaccharides are crystalline solids. Both monosaccharides and oligosaccharides are crystalline structures, crystalline solids. Crystalline solids, no. So soluble in, so that only soluble in water. Both are soluble in water. So sweet in taste, they are collectively called as sugars. They are collectively called sugars. So oligosaccharides and monosaccharides are called, now three types is there. One is monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, polysaccharide. So oligosaccharide and monosaccharides are crystalline solid. They are soluble in water, sweet in taste. They are called collectively sugars. Now non-sugar means what? Non-sugars is polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are not a crystalline. Polysaccharides are amorphous solids. So sparingly means partially. Sparingly soluble in water. And tasteless also. Sparingly soluble. So that only it is non-sugar. It is known as non-sugars. Non-sugars, understood? This is one type based on solubility. If it is soluble, sugar. If it is not soluble, non-sugar. That's all. Next, one more based on reducing nature. I will tell and I will complete. What is reducing nature? Third classification. Based on reducing nature. Two types, reducing and non-reducing. Non-reducing. So reducing what? If reducing means aldehydes and ketones, reducing sugars means which reduce Fehling's and Tollin solution, which gives a positive test for reducing, and Fehling solution gives aldehydes or ketones will give red precipitate with a Fehling solution, no. So Tollins will give a silver nitrate, ammonium silver nitrate, ammonium silver nitrate. So it will give, ketones will give positive test. So refers to the reducing sugar means what? All monosaccharides are reducing sugars. So all monosaccharides are reducing sugars. Why it is reducing sugar? No, it will give positive silver mirror test red precipitate with Fehling solution. Fehling's test will give PPT, red PPT will give red precipitate, as well as Tollin's silver mirror test. Tollin's silver mirror test it will give. So which are giving this one, that is sugars that will give that which is gives this two test positive report, that is reducing sugar. So all monosaccharides are reducing sugar, whereas aldose or ketones are monosaccharides. Example for this one is monosaccharides, so reducing sugars. So it will give red precipitate, which will give red precipitate, monosaccharides will give. Silver mirror test also monosaccharides will give. Alpha hydroxy ketones will give positive test. Alpha hydroxy ketones will give positive test, which is gives all monosaccharide. Very easy, all monosaccharide. Non-reducing means disaccharides. If you reduce groups of monosaccharide also, that is disaccharides. So on dissolving this one, we will get monosaccharides, no, 2 units, no, mono, one more mono. Even that also it will give monosaccharide, reduced groups of monosaccharides also, that is aldehydic or ketonic groups are bounded there, non-reducing sugars. So this one monosaccharide also bonded with disaccharide will form, means for example I will write like this, it is one compound bounded with, after this class, after this chapter you can understand what is I wrote. So disaccharide means this is one mono, this is one monosaccharide, two will form under hydrolysis. So it is also non-reducing sugar because of this linkage. What is that? So disaccharide, if it is reducing groups, two monosaccharides also, that is aldehydic or ketonic groups are obtained, they are non-reducing, bounded, they are non-reducing sugars. Example sucrose. Sucrose is non-reducing. So now what we can understand based on reducing nature means, which are gives Fehling's and Tollin's reagent test, that one will have reducing sugar. What is that? Monosaccharides all maximum. If disaccharide, it is comes from two monosaccharide combination also, that is not showing reducing sugar. It is also because of both are combined with one bond. So ketonic aldehydic group bond, so that only it is not non-reducing, it is not reducing sugar, it is non-reducing sugar. So after this chapter you can understand about this one, what is reducing. I will tell, remember this word again, I will tell one day, one next class, you can understand what is that bond, how it will form, why it is not non-reducing, I will tell. Okay, thank you.